What's up guys, Groovy Guitar Dude here with a beginner guitar lesson for Get Along by Kenny Chesney. If you like this video and it helps you out, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments below what other songs by Kenny Chesney that you want to learn on guitar. The first thing you want to know for Get Along is the 5 chords we need to play this song. The first one is G, the next one is G over B, the next one is C add 9, the next one is D, and the last one is E minor. And I'll have chord charts for all of those in the comments below for those of you who need them. So we're going to start with verse. Now for verse we have this little picking progression that goes through the whole song, and guys, I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's not actually as hard as it sounds. It sounds like it'd be pretty complicated, but it's really not, because it's just a loose picking pattern played over top of some chords. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm doing with picking, but then I'm just going to let you know again, it's really loose. You don't have to do exactly that. You can kind of just pick through these chords however you think sounds good and however is comfortable for you, and it's going to sound great and match up pretty well with the song. So I'm going to use our G chord as an example, and what I'm doing for picking is roughly this. We're going to do our bass note of the chord, lowest note, so for our G it's our low E string, so hit that, and we're going to go drop down to D string, B string, and then we're going to go G, D, G. For each chord, that's roughly what I'm doing. The main thing being that's going to change with that is the bass note, the lowest note of the chord, is going to change depending on what chord you're on. But again, it's not a strict thing at all. It's just kind of roughly what I think it sounds best like what he's doing. So a couple times through that just to kind of give you a vibe of what that's going to sound like before I give you the chord progression. Just sitting on that G, look about like this. So guys, starting with verse, what we're going to do here is we're going to pick through that G, and then we're going to drop down here to a G over B, but whenever we go to that G over B, we're going to hammer on into it. So we're hammer on to that second on A string. So we're going to pick through that, and then we're going to go to a C, but we're going to hammer on into that. So second to third on A, and then we're going to go through that C, pick through all that, and then we're going to go back to our G and pick back through our G. So the actual progression for that is going to be G, G over B, C, and G, but we want to make sure we're hammering on into each of those chords because that really makes that progression sound really cool, and it's one of those things that kind of lends itself to making this sound a little bit more complicated to play than it actually is. So guys, a couple times through that verse will look about like this. And guys, from there we're into our chorus and bridge chord progression. Now, for our picking for that, we can stick with the same thing, but I'm also going to give you a strum pattern option at the end. So first, let's go through the progression. The chord progression for chorus and bridge is going to be same thing. We're going to go G, G over B, C, and then back to G. And then we're going to have a second progression that's going to go E minor, D, C, and G, and we're going to alternate between those two progressions. So like I said, I'm going to start by just showing you that same little picking pattern. You can kind of do whatever sounds right to you here. It's kind of actually 2 guitars going on in there. There's one that's playing the picking and one that's playing a strumming thing. So I'm going to play the picking first, show you what that looks like through those 2 chord progressions, and then I'll show you a strum pattern option that you can add on at the end. So a couple times through that should look something like this. And guys, if you want to throw that strum pattern over the top of that, if you want to do that instead of the picking on the choruses, that's entirely up to you. The strum pattern we're going to be using is up, down, 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 up for each chord. It sounds a little funny because it starts on an up strum, but once you get in a rhythm of it, it's pretty easy. So I'm going to use our chorus chords. We're going to go through that strum pattern, and that's all you need to know to play the song, guys. And guys, that's everything that you need to know to play Get Along on guitar. As always, if you have any questions, you can hit me up in the comments below. I'm usually pretty quick getting back to those. And again, if this video helps you out, hit that subscribe button. I have about 450 other guitar and ukulele lessons on this channel, and I usually post at least 3 to 5 new lessons every single week. So if you're learning guitar or ukulele, there could not be a more perfect channel for you to check out. If you have any requests, I do 2 of those from the comments every single week, but I get a ton of them. So if you want to be sure that I get to your request, hit up my Patreon, links in the description. Guys, I'm a longtime fan of Kenny Chesney, and this is an awesome song. I love his vibe because it really combines country music with kind of the chill, islandy vibe, and I'm a total beach bum at heart, but I live in Texas, so I also love country music. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and I really like that. And this song really embodies that whole sound that he has. So I hope you guys have a lot of fun playing this song. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see y'all soon.